Good evening. I have a poem here that I'm Stanley Pacion. I have a poem here that I'm going to upload. It's really a recitation. It's not one of my own poems. It's done by a man named E. Cummings. It's spelled E, all in lowercase. E, Edward Estlin, Cummings, Cummings, all in lowercase. He was a radical writer. He wrote many things in different syntaxes, failing to use proper punctuation, failing to use capitalization as he did in his own name. And he was a radical spirit also, although a very perverse guy, because although born in 1894, he went to Harvard, graduated in 1915 with a BA, 1916 with an MA, served in the ambulance corps in Europe, came back, lived in Greenwich Village, and then was appointed a professor at Harvard. He held the Charles Eliot Norton Chair for a long time. By 1962, he was born in 1894. By 1962, he was the second most prominent poet in America. There was only one to beat him, and that was Robert Frost, who was the poet at President JFK and John F. Fitzgerald Kennedy's inauguration in 1964. That was perhaps the only poet that was greater than he at that time. E. Cummings was noted for writing poems about war and poems about sex and love. This is one of his, well, it's not a love poem, let's call it a sex poem. It shows you how radical he was, even though this was written quite a while ago, 1962, 2009 is a long time ago. 9 and 11, that's 51 years ago. The boys, it's called E. Cummings. The boys I mean are not refined. The boys I mean are not refined. They go with girls who buck and bite. They do not give a fuck for luck. They hump them 13 times a night. One hangs a hat upon her tit. One carves a cross on her behind. They do not give a shit for wit. The boys I mean are not refined. They come with girls who bite and buck, who cannot read and cannot write, who laugh like they would fall apart, and masturbate with dynamite. The boys I mean are not refined. They cannot chat of that and this. They do not give a fart for art. They kill like you would take a piss. They speak whatever's on their mind. They do whatever's in their pants. The boys I mean are not refined. They shake the mountains when they dance. That's E. Cummings. The boys I mean are not refined. I'm Stanley Pacion. A little bit of history there. Good evening. Take care.